Great answer.
Regardless if they have $1 million or not. I want you to feel like it.
Okay, so talking about money, let's talk about money. How did you get the gig with Floyd Mayweather? I know how difficult it is.
Logan. Now he's fighting Deji. Is he broke?
Is it?
Is Mayweather broke?
Are y'all new here?
Yeah.
Is he broke?
Yeah.
He's broke.
You'll see reports. You mentioned 100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. First off, he's never gotten 100 million for a fight, not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. Wow. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year.
Floyd Mayweather is now fighting YouTubers like Deji, which has sparked rumors that he might be broke. Is this a sign of desperation, or just another business move? Some people argue he's hiding financial troubles behind flashy appearances, while reports claim he earned over $100 million. For certain fights, some even say $130 million, others insist he's never come close to that in reality, despite headlines declaring him a billionaire. Insiders say he flaunts wealth regardless of what's in his bank account, using his image to mask a very different financial truth.
Specialize.
Great answer.
Regardless if they have $1 million or not. I want you to feel like it.
Okay, so talking about money, let's talk about money. How did you get the gig with Floyd Mayweather? I know how difficult it is for women to get jobs in male-dominated careers. I have a friend that is the only female licensed boxing promoter in the world, so I know some of the challenges you must have come across. So tell me how you got this gig.
Well, first of all, what a lot of people don't know, Floyd and I have been friends since 2001. And I used to work at a barbershop that he used to come to, and he already had a barber. So I think already, you know, it was just something that was inevitable that was going to happen eventually anyway.
Logan Paul, who fought Mayweather, raised a valid point. If Floyd is as rich as he claims, why keep stepping into exhibition matches that do nothing for his legacy? These easy fights give the impression he's chasing quick money. It raises doubts. If his finances are really secure, what's the motivation for these mismatched events?
Logan. Now he's fighting Deji. Is he broke?
Is it?
Is Mayweather broke?
Are y'all new here?
Yeah.
Is he broke?
Yeah.
He's broke.
Yes.
That makes sense.
No, he's not. Jeff shaking his
Yes, he
no,
is,
he's
Jeff.
Not.
Jeff, why is he doing these bullshit fights just to make money? Why don't
does he look like he's in a...
Why don't you take a seat, manager Jeff, and tell us why Floyd Mayweather is taking random fights?
Let me ask you a question to lead him in. if you have $100 million net worth and somebody offers you another 20, are you gonna say, nah, I got 100 already?
No.
Okay. So what's the fucking question? Homie's taking the bags, and the Deji bag is a big one, buddy.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I don't know. Is it?
Dubai, yeah.
You're
Probably another 20, 30, 40.
Yeah, why not
He
take that
pays Deji
bag, bro?
Zero.
I was gonna say Deji's cut of this fight my guess
Even
was
if he pays him 700 grand.
my guess was
Despite Floyd's claims that he has cleared all debts, IRS records reportedly tell a different story. He still owes millions in taxes. This isn't a minor issue. It points to serious financial liabilities. The contradiction between his confident public statements and official records suggests that his image may be a smokescreen, hiding deeper problems.
Imagine getting a letter from the IRS saying you owe millions in taxes. That is how Floyd Mayweather got knocked out by the IRS in 2022. Floyd had some issues with his taxes for the year 2017. The government checked his tax return and found a problem. So they informed him about it on February 2nd, 2022. He claimed a big expense of about $14 million that he says he paid for legal expenses. The government didn't agree with this expense and said it was a lie. So they said he owed about $5.5 million more in taxes because of it. They also said he had to pay an additional $1.1 million in penalties for making mistakes on his tax return. That was how Floyd got KO'd into the hot water with the tax authorities. Comment on the word free below this video and I'll send you access to a free call where you can discuss your tax situation with the most experienced attorney and get the best possible recommendations in a few minutes. Make sure you're following so you can receive the link immediately after your comment.
Mayweather's lifestyle is built around luxury diamond watches, expensive cars, and over-the-top displays of wealth. But when the spotlight fades, can that image survive? His self-worth seems deeply tied to material success. That dependence on image fuels speculation that he might not be as financially stable as he appears.
I don't understand. Why the need to package these things Africans, black people do, packaging. They appear to be, why do you want to appear to be rich instead of be rich? I'm not into this. I mean, you just propaganda. It's just said he bought 400 million flats in New York, and none of them were real. Why do you feel the need to embarrass yourself like that? Just live your life and enjoy. Nobody cares how much Bugatti you got. Nobody cares about how much Ferrari or how much watch your watch cost, 18 million, whatever. Nobody cares. These are all liabilities. As soon as you buy the watch, you can't sell it for 18 million again. It's not physically possible. It's not an asset. He's gonna go bankrupt soon. But
Deji, one of Floyd's exhibition opponents, shared a telling moment. A fan's simple comment visibly irritated Floyd. Instead of brushing it off, he responded defensively. It revealed that he might be more insecure than he lets on, still seeking validation despite all he's achieved.
I'm not asking how much, but did you get paid at least some of it up front?
Yes.
Okay. Because obviously Logan, when he fought, he keeps talking about how he still hasn't got anything.
Yeah.
And now you have fought him.
Yeah.
You got some of it at least.
I mean, I just have better, better manager, agent, all of that.
Although you may not have done it if Logan had just been paid, right? Like maybe you needed Logan to...
No, it's because it's like, remember when I fought Vinny Hackett?
No, yeah, true. No one at that event got paid.
Everyone apart from
you and Gibb, right?
Yeah, me and Gibb, we got paid.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Shout out manager.
Yeah.
I don't know, can you say his name?
Yeah, say him, yeah.
Shout out Lim.
Chiverano.
Man like Chiverano.
Oh, really? Oh, my God. He's so fake and he's insecure as hell. And the thing is, I don't even care about saying all this stuff. Yeah, you're not going to fight me, are you, bitch? Okay. He's so insecure. So let me just tell you like some things that happened. Okay. So this was the Dubai podcast. For some reason, he's just making these noises, slah, 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 to his whole team, slah, slah, and just making some weird noises. It made no sense. And then one of my fans said, "Hey yo, Deji, I flew all the way from the UK for this." And then he you don't have to respond to that, but he responds being like, "It don't matter, man. You in Dubai now." Like why? Like a
Logan Paul publicly accused Mayweather of not paying him after their fight, even taking legal action. If Floyd is as financially sound as he claims, why delay payment? The lawsuit adds weight to concerns about financial mismanagement and a pattern of avoiding obligations.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
short a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a...
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So...
See you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
Oh my goodness.
In one unusual moment, Floyd was seen depositing a large amount of cash entirely in $1 bills. While it made for dramatic social media content, it looked more like a performance than a real financial move. Such stunts raise the question, is there actual wealth behind the scenes, or just a carefully staged illusion?
The Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. I need everybody. That girl collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, or whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
Mayweather has always pursued money aggressively, but some of his methods raise ethical questions, from exaggerating his earnings to disputes over unpaid amounts. The line between savvy business and deception is starting to blur. Instead of building transparent, long-term ventures, he seems to rely on hype.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's top-ranked boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
Floyd has also been linked to shady cryptocurrency promotions that ended up hurting investors. Even with his supposed wealth, he backed projects that failed, suggesting he might be chasing fast profits at the expense of fans. These weren't small. Deals millions were lost.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra cards. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So like what
we all know that.
Yeah, yeah.
The guy can't read, and
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. And you send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right. And you just basically give him his script and he just does it.
You'll see reports. You mentioned 100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. First off, he's never gotten 100 million for a fight. Not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. Wow. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year and this year and this over Cristiano Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. And there's public companies they do business with. HBO would be one of them. Find an executive to back the claim. It's never happened and it won't be.
And how do you know it's bullshit?
He makes very good money because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life.
Insiders in the boxing world have questioned the legitimacy of Floyd's earnings claims, saying he made $100 million in one night sounds impressive, but without transparent proof. It's hard to believe. These inflated numbers may help his brand, but they hurt his credibility over time. Instead of letting his record speak, Floyd constantly reminds everyone of his greatness, often coming off as insecure, rather than confident.
Still waiting? Well, I think I'm separated now. I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
So is Gervonta Davis?
Among several lawsuits Floyd has faced, one from a Miami jeweler stands out. The jeweler claimed Floyd took expensive items but didn't finish paying for them. This isn't an isolated incident. Despite flaunting his jewels online, stories like this make people wonder, if he's so rich, why aren't the bills being paid? Floyd often dismisses criticism as jealousy, but that's a weak defense against real concerns. Not all criticism comes from haters, some of it comes from clear inconsistencies.
You always remember this. Jealousy, people jealous of you, comes with success. So anytime you're successful, people gonna be jealous of you. People in there always gonna like you. It's the same thing like my job. I still go there and be at my best. If you're doing good, they got something to say. If you're doing bad, they got something to say. So, do what makes you happy. Because you see this jet, you see this private jet that we own? I got it because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. I made over $1 billion, you know why? Because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. Do what the fuck you want to do. And the only thing we can do is take one day at a time. It's all we can do. No one is perfect. Every day we strive to be perfectionists, but no one is perfect. I make mistakes. I've said things that I shouldn't have said when I was younger. I've done things that I shouldn't have done when I was younger. I'm not perfect, but we live and we learn. That's a part of growing.
One of Floyd's boldest claims is that he made $350 million in one night. While not impossible, there's no solid financial proof. These myth-like statements build his legend, but also lead to skepticism. His transformation from pretty boy, Floyd to Money Mayweather was a brilliant rebrand, but it also tied him to a public image that constantly demands proof of wealth. That pressure can be hard to sustain.
Now you got it. So they devised a plan. Go from pretty boy to money. See, pretty boy loved to throw hands, but money was a defensive specialist. In fact, he's easily considered as the greatest defensive boxer of all time. But that wasn't the only reason he changed his name. Look at that man's face. See, Mayweather was known to talk smack and aggravate people, but this made things even worse because now he's blocking and running away. So people was like, you doing all this talking, but you running. But as he's moving away, he's throwing in some hits here and there. And before you know it, when the fight's over, he lands so many more hits that he always wins. So people would always say, Mayweather, you boring. You not throwing hands for real. But his reply was always, nah, do something about it. So people lost it. They started paying to see him lose. But this strategy was none other than Muhammad Ali. He would talk so much trash that people would pay to see him lose. And they would get disappointed every time. So they would come back next time and spend some more money. But the only person winning is Muhammad Ali. So this turns Mayweather into one of the richest athletes of all time. Why? Because of his brittle hands.
If Floyd's finances were truly solid, he wouldn't be making desperate business moves. Stories of unpaid debts, failed partnerships, and luxury purchases gone unpaid suggest deeper problems. His collaboration with rapper Tyga, which also involved unpaid expenses, is just one more example. These aren't isolated mistakes, they're signs of a potentially fragile empire.
This is how Floyd Mayweather and Tyga might get away without paying $4 million in jewelry. So a lot of wealthy people buy assets or luxury items under business entities. This allows them to pay less tax while also having protection against lawsuits personally. In this case, Tyga and Floyd used a watch broker and some upfront cash to make the deal go through. But as the days passed, no payment was made on the balance that was due, and even their agent admitted they owed $4 million. So what these two did is they signed and paid dues in a business, and then before paying the full amount, gifted it to themselves on behalf of the business that bought it. Therefore, the broker can't go after Floyd or Tyga because they didn't buy it from them personally. A business that they may control bought it and then gifted it to them, but in this sense is completely separate. But what they did is how the rich get richer. Us in our daily lives have no protection from lawsuits, but as soon as you use a business, the laws completely change. So I'm not saying you should do this or that they'll even get away with this, but it's definitely an interesting way to get expensive jewelry cheaper.